Bentham offered the famous declaration that underscores the primacy of pains and pleasures in utilitarian theory. Nature has placed mankind under the governance of two sovereign masters, pain and pleasure. It is for them alone to point out what we ought to do, as well as to determine what we shall do. On one hand, the standard of right and wrong, on the other, the chain of causes and effects, are fastened to their throne. They govern us in all we do, in all we say, in all we think. Every effort we can make to throw off our subjugation will serve but to demonstrate and confirm it. In other words, a man may pretend to abjure their empire, but in reality, he will remain subject to it all the while. The principle of utility recognizes the subjugation and assumes it for the foundation of that system, the object of which is to rear the fabric of felicity by the hands of reason and law. This passage expresses two important theses of Bentham's philosophy. Human conduct is a matter of fact, is governed by the pursuit of pleasure and the avoidance of pain. The standard of right and wrong is fixed by reference to the promotion of pleasure and the prevention of pain. Thus, anticipated pleasure and pains supplies both the motive that actually moves us and the criterion for appraising actions, institutions, and laws. We can judge an action and law based on their tendency to increase the net balance of pleasure over pain. This is utility. As each person's happiness makes up society's aggregate pleasure and pain, it is up to the legislator, judges, and moral actors to maximize pleasure and minimize pain in the societal aggregate. For example, if someone commits murder, they have caused the individual they murdered pain by taking their life, and caused society pain by subjecting it to danger and terror. By imprisoning the criminal, you have caused him pain, but you have brought society pleasure by removing a threat from the community, enforcing social order, and protecting future victims from suffering further pain in the form of murder or bodily harm.